right, here in Abuja, some protests have followed Tinubu's win. Nigerians under the banner of the Concerned Citizens Unite for Democracy have protested what they describe as suppression of the people's will by INEC. That's the electoral umpire. Well, the protesters say the result announced by the electoral umpire does not reflect the voters' wishes, as INEC failed to make the process transparent for all Nigerians.
So our head up, we cannot even explain what is going on. People were disappointed. I'm a product of civil society. Civil society, we are development agents, and from what we've seen, from the result of the election, it's absurd. It's absurd, and that is why you see everybody, multinational, foreign observers, people are complaining about the process of the election.
The INEC promised us we would have an election that would be electronically transmitted. What would it cost the INEC to ensure that as we were voting at each polling unit, as they were recording the results were being sent, even if it had to be sent to 37 screens, for people to be watching it live on TV.
Go around the 36 state and FCT, there's no way anybody is celebrating.
Why?
Even the APC that claim they've won, they're not even celebrating. Look at their faces, go around. They know they did not win. The contract is simple. INEC promised Nigerians that the BVAS was going to work.
That INEC will transmit results immediately after you've voted and counted at that polling unit.
Yes.
That was not done.
There were also protests in the southeastern state of Enugu, where demonstrators carrying placards have vowed to insist on cancelling the results.
I don't know what happened to our vote.
Yes.
If you go to online, many people are posting results of the main results, but if they come, they will fabricate it. Okay, check this thing. They did not rig other results aside from presidency results. Why would they just rig the presidency results? Labour Party winning all the whole election that they take, aside from the presidency election, meaning that they rig it.
We want to use this opportunity to urge INEC to go back to the drawing board, to make use of the electoral acts as provided by the National Assembly. The BVAS must be utilized to the later. INEC chairman on several occasions have assured Nigerians that BVAS will be used.
I'm not satisfied because we saw everything clear.
We're joined by the former governor of Ekiti State, Ayo Fayose. He's also a member of the People's Democratic Party. Good to see you, and thanks for your time. History is already made. We have a president-elect. And first, let's get your assessment of the conduct of the presidential election.
Well, let me first of all thank you for bringing me here to just say one or two things in respect of this election. And I have equally been opportune to be a two-term governor that has defeated two incumbents at two different attempts in Ekiti. Let me equally tell you that no matter what you say, experience counts in all these things.
Experience.
That's right. Because if you don't run an election, you sit out there shouting to nowhere. Shouting to nowhere. In 2019, I was hit by a gun on the back end here. A lot of Nigerians thought I was joking until I had a number of surgery to continue to correct my spinal cord. Let me tell you, this is not about noise. If there's anything wrong with Nigeria, something is wrong with leadership, something is wrong with followership. All this noise is a waste of time.
You call what they're saying,
I will
calling
come to
for
that.
justice, you're calling that noise?
I will come to that, because that was why I said, let me lay a foundation very briefly. And that was why I told you, you need experience. You don't need noise. One of the good things that has happened in this election is the third force. Obi, the third force. Nobody could call this election until the end of this election. Whatever your permutation, you couldn't call this election. Because, in fact, no one could say that Obi will come with this great showing. And quite impressive. I want to salute his courage. I want to continue to say that this is good for Nigeria. But I want to equally stand there to tell you this election was not rigged at all by any standard.
This election was not rigged?
By any standard. And I'm going to give you the facts.
By all means.
Before I give you the facts, let me first of all fault the people I saw here today. They are calling themselves civil society. No, they are PDP members. The person that first spoke on behalf of the so-called protesters here is Yusuf from Ayo State. He's a PDP member. Contested in 2019.
The gentleman on the screen.
This gentleman you are looking at on the screen is a good brother of mine. The young lady is this young lady too. She's from Ayo State. They are all PDP members.
Members of your own party.
Of our own party. All this, if you see rally, protest, you will see the thickness of the rally. You will see the spontaneous reaction. These are paid agents. These are people doing this to just show Nigerians that we are not happy. You see, when they were to remove, when Sisi, the now president of Egypt, was to remove the civilian government, they sponsor for and against. This is still the same politics that I'm telling you we are playing. So let us stop playing to the gallery. PDP has been sponsoring a lot of people. Protest now, give them money. Go and carry people from Suba or I don't know where they call it, very close to Abuja here. Give them 1,000. Sometimes they will beat themselves. You can count the number of protesters here now. Let us call a spade a spade. An election that drew almost 20 to 22 million people. You can count, if you count these people, you will see that they're just, what is civil society? Nobody should come and show me this one now.
Well, that number that you even quote, a lot has been said about analysts who are saying this is the lowest, turnout in terms of, is it voter apathy? Or what exactly
it is the workings of BVAS. People used to bring, let me give an instance. In Borno, in Yobe, the votes that used to come there before. Buhari won, APC won in 2019 in Yobe with about 400,000 difference. They won in Borno with about 700,000. Today, they are saying they didn't use BVAS. What brought this number down? It is the realities of the BVAS. Let us stop deceiving ourselves. Buhari got 1,290,000 thereabout in his hometown, Katsina, upstate Katsina, with a sitting governor in 2019. This time, Atiku won there.
So what do you think this means for Lagos? Because we don't have much time. This development, this Obi phenomenon that you applaud, what do you think it means for Lagos State, where Obi snatched Lagos?
And other states.
I just said to you, Obi is a phenomenon.
And a governorship election is around the corner.
Yes, I'll speak to that. Obi is an institution. Obi today has proved that things are no longer the same. If Obi can win in Lagos and defeat the Tinubus, the Bajabi Amilas in Lagos, and you are still saying the election was rigged. In Lagos, people that used to vote for PDP largely voted for Obi, which is the Igbos, the Christian communities who believed in Atiku or whatever, who probably didn't believe in a Buhari APC. This time, for you to defeat somebody there in Lagos from nowhere, that is being transparent enough. If it were to be influenced, it will be another story we are talking here. PDP is my party. We fought for this party. I fought Buhari beginning of his government to date. Nobody has played the role I played. Lately, Governor Wiki and others are putting in their best. I fought from the front. Let me tell you, we should not equally be, if you have lost in an election, PDP should admit this election.
Let me bring this here.
In Lagos,
just quickly,
PDP got 75,000 votes. Are you telling me that PDP is on ground in Lagos? The people they picked in Lagos in the primaries are people I call people doing theater.
Let me bring in this.
And you want to tell me?
It has to do with some of the key concerns raised by the people. Now,
which people?
I'm coming. We've seen political parties, opposition.
When you lose out in an election.
I'm narrowing this now to a very prominent Nigerian, former President Obasanjo, who categorically used words like blood money. He accused INEC and some of his agents
of being compromised.
Yes, of being compromised.
You want me to respond to that? President Obasanjo has no moral justification. I don't want to criticize him because he's a leader. But let me say the truth. I love Obi. I respect Obi. Obi is a light that must shine. But Obasanjo cannot deny that Obasanjo is an obedient. Obasanjo wrote a letter to say they should vote for Obi. The moment you are in the ring, you can't call the shots anymore. The referee must call the shots. Obasanjo is partisan already. My brother, don't let us come and deceive the public here. Baba, that I know very well, if things are not going his way, he must throw spanner. But I don't want Obi and Baba's matter to be joined together. Obi is a complete, fresh person that the whole country loves and all that. And I want to say it here, whether you put knife on my neck or you don't believe me, Obi's movement is a great movement, but nobody will tell me that movement has gotten to the north, except we want to deceive ourselves. He hasn't gotten to the north. Atiku won only in 2 states in the south. He won in Akwa Ibom, he won in Osun. Other states are in the north. Don't let us deceive ourselves. The only person that matters in this election, that can complain in this election to a certain level, is Obi. But the reality is that if you don't meet the constitutional requirement, we got to be honest. Obi is a good brother of mine. I don't, because of any reason, come to lie here.
And he says he's going to go to court, and the PDP will also go to court.
If you want to go to court.
You said that you've been working for the PDP. Well, it seemed you worked against your own party.
I work without doubt.
And all that.
Let me tell you.
Did Atiku pay dearly for not mending fences with people like you, people like Wike? Is that what happened?
Can you use this hand that is fractured to hit anyone? PDP is a fractured party before this election. How would PDP say they can win this election? Are you the national chairman of the party? Was cashing out on aspirants. Those who became candidates in some places, you see that allegedly, with all respect, in some places before these primaries, a lot of people, they took their money. People were aggrieved. Let me equally say to you, a political party that lost an Obi, a political party that lost Kwankwanso left this party during the Northwest Zonal Congress that was rigged for Tambuwa. Don't forget, the same Tambuwa left this party in 2015, and Atiku and all of them. When they didn't have their way in APC, they ran back. They are naturally called Obotes. Obotes have a certain end. When you run away, you come and face the consequence. So let me tell you very clearly that PDP, with all respect, I can't say because I'm a member of PDP, I will come and be lying.
Is it over for the PDP?
I believe so, in the federal level only. All politics are local. All the governors of PDP, all the states of PDP are elections that are local. It has nothing to do with and let me say this just before you ask your question. Maybe PDP is getting certain things wrong. The ovation, the tailwind is for Obio. It's not for PDP. It's not for PDP. Let us deceive ourselves. That was what I was telling them. Obi, if these people, the PDP had believed in you, why did they not give you this ticket? Ayu and the national chairman of Labour Party now sat together, doing press conference together. They only want to rub off on Obio. They want to stain him. You know, Obi is now the man of the moment. You should run away from PDP. And let me say this, from today.
Your own party.
I'm saying it, and I want to make this statement. From today, I stay off PDP from today. From today,
when you say,
I'm making this announcement.
Is that a resignation?
Well, let me put it this way. In party politics, because there are certain facts you must be able to. I'm 62. They must get to a particular age. Look at your BVAS now. It's white, but it's not my age. I shaved mine. I can't at this age start lying, And when something is wrong with your family, confess.
Former Governor Fayose, you've always been blunt.
Governor is governor.
Yes, you're right. And there's something about you that a lot of Nigerians like, being blunt. And again, it seemed as if you had a sixth sense sometimes to project and talk about some political readings. Did you see the outcome of this election before it was called?
My brother, I issued on my Twitter handle, even in the month of, was it January or December, I warned the PDP that this problem, if not resolved, will consume this party. I told them there is danger ahead. Watch it. I was invited by His Excellency Atiku Abubakar to his hotel in Lagos. I told him 4 things. There were 4 demands they made of you.
Mm-hmm. What were those? 1,
you will be 76. You were 76 last year. The G5 said, now you are already candidates. We can't abort a child that has been given birth to. But let us go back and tell the Southerners that you will spend 4 years, so that it will not look at if it is 8 to 8 years back to back for the North, because Buhari is leaving and he represents the North, irrespective of the party. They told His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, please just make your official announcement, not that you should come and hand over to any member of the G5, that you are going to spend 4 years. At that time, you'll be 80 years. All the people surrounding him say, no, they can't say that. When he becomes president, he will be saying that one. My brother, who does that? These Ayu were the people who led Atiku to Golgotha. They took him to Golgotha, brought knife. You see, when a man cannot come out and say, I am going, at 80, what does he want to do after, sir?
But during the campaigns, he actually said the chances of a Southeast, presidential candidate or president emerging were higher
Is it the one that would determine?
Well, that's another question. Okay, let's look forward now.
Nigeria determines all that.
Absolutely. Let's set an agenda for Tinubu. Nigeria right now.
I'm not going to set an agenda.
Hold on. A lot of people believe that Nigeria is a fractured state right now and in a very delicate situation.
Yes.
How do you think Tinubu can, go about reuniting the country in a way that every part of this country will believe in a Tinubu presidency?
Let me tell you, Tinubu has answered a call to be president of Nigeria and is being elected. I'm sure he has a team he wants to work with. When you give birth to a child and is 18 years old, that child should begin to reason like an adult. Tinubu knows that he has been elected to serve Nigeria and put us together. He must correct all the imbalances. He must stand up. He is lived here. He has said severally there will be, what is this called now? There will be inclusive governance, inclusive leadership. If he wants to succeed, he has no choice. I'm not going to set anything for him. He's a man of experience. I was governor at the same time with him. He's older than me. Well, you can't wish Fayose away. If you wish me away, I will be able to use my mouth to wish you back. You understand? Yes. I'm not going to cringe before anybody. I'm not going to do that. If a Tinubu needs these people, the people of Nigeria, somebody must win his election.
Yeah, but can he succeed? He succeed with the present structure? Because in the course of the campaign, he did talk about restructuring.
May I say this to you?
But it's a different ballgame now.
May I say this to you?
Yeah.
Restructuring Nigeria is the best thing to do. But these things doesn't happen overnight. The president, whether it is Obi, whether it's Atiku, whether it's Tinubu, it's about human beings. It's about interest. It's about our diversity. You can't push anybody to go and do anything. Tinubu has been governor in this state, in this country. He has served. He has been leader of his own party. He knows the diversity of our country. And if it's Obi has been governor. He knows the diversity of our country. I'm not going to set an agenda for anybody. He took that responsibility and he must face it.
Well, we'd like to thank you for your time.
Right.
Two-time governor of Ekiti
And I want to
State,
tell
who's
you
just officially resigned from partisan politics live on television, Ayo Fayose.
So has
Thank
a word,
you for
30
speaking with
seconds.
us.
You see, I was talking about Lagos. Lagos is like the head of a fish in Nigeria. Not even Abuja. Abuja is the capital of our country, but the economic capital of Nigeria is Lagos. I've said it here from today. I step aside because I must be talking like a leader in this country. When Buhari was, Buhari now is, to me, is now lame dog. He's on his way out.
Right.
So
right?
we have to go now.
But you have to go. But let me tell you, Lagos, the PDP candidates in Lagos, to me, there are people doing theater. Lagos business is a serious business. There's a lot of challenges in Lagos. So I enjoy everybody in Lagos to return this Sanwo-Olu. Return him, because if you are waiting for, because the next person...
You're going to pay for that endorsement.
I'm entitled to that.
Well,
next time you don't invite me, I'll be
we have to go because Ayo Fayose is almost turning to my producer now, so we can add that cap to him. Well, many thanks for speaking with us, Governor Fayose.